So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, essentialism. Think of it as a disciplined way to get your time and your energy back, not by cramming more stuff in, but by doing only the right things and doing them way better. Let's get into it.
Does this feel familiar? I mean, you're constantly running around, your calendar's totally jammed, but when the day is done, you kind of look back and think, what did I actually accomplish? You feel like you haven't made any real progress on the stuff that really truly matters. It's like you're just spinning your wheels.
And for so many of us, this is where it starts. A to-do list that just scrolls on forever. It's totally overwhelming, and it doesn't matter how many things you cross off, somehow it just keeps getting longer.
And we pour gasoline on this fire by saying yes to pretty much everything, right? Every little request, every new opportunity, every, hey, you got a second? And we do it because we're worried we'll miss out or, let someone down.
So what's the result of all this? Well, we end up with like a dozen top priorities. And let's be honest, if everything is a priority, then nothing is. This is the exact trap so many of us are stuck in.
Yeah, this whole vicious cycle has a name. It's the trap of doing it all. It's what happens when you believe you can, and you should, chase down every single opportunity that comes your way. But spoiler alert, that path just leads to burnout, and honestly, doing a bunch of things kinda okay instead of a few things great.
But here's the good news, there is another way, a path that's more selective, way more intentional. It's what we call the way of the essentialist, and it's all about completely changing how you think about your choices and your time.
So what exactly is essentialism? Well, at its heart, it is the disciplined pursuit of less. And look, this isn't about being more efficient so you can do more things. No way. It's about only doing the right things. The whole philosophy is built on this simple but powerful idea. Make fewer, smarter choices, and you'll make a much bigger impact.
This right here, this contrast really nails it. The non-essentialist is constantly reacting, just caught in a whirlwind of other people's emergencies. But the essentialist, they're proactive. They actually pause. They filter out all the noise and focus only on the handful of things that are absolutely vital. It's a huge shift from I have to do this to I choose to do this.
Okay, so how does this actually work? Well, it's all powered by a couple of core principles that completely change the game when it comes to making decisions.
The very first principle is learning to embrace the reality of the trade-off. You see, an essentialist doesn't waste time asking, how can I possibly do it all? Instead, they ask a much better question. What do I want to go big on? They see trade-offs not as a loss, but as a strategic move, a powerful decision to put their energy where it's going to have the biggest impact.
And that leads to this huge realization. Saying no is not a negative thing. It's actually a tool for freedom. Think about it. Every time you say no to something that's not essential, you're giving a huge yes to something that truly, deeply matters. Yeah, it takes courage, but it is the absolute key to getting your focus back.
This whole way of thinking really boils down to a few core lessons. First, just accept that most things are just noise. Only a very small number of things are truly essential. Your job is to sift through the chaos to find that clarity. Once you've got it, then you can act with real purpose. And finally, and this is a big one, rest is not a weakness. It's a strategic weapon for being at your best.
Okay, so the mindset makes sense, but how do you actually start doing this stuff? This next part is all about the how, the practical, actionable tools you can use to become an essentialist.
This is where it gets real. So start your day by just writing down 1, 2, maybe 3 things that would actually move the needle this week. Then, when a new request comes your way, don't just say yes, hit the pause button. Give it 24 hours. And that must-do list, it should be brutally short and focused. Finally, you have to protect your time. Block out 2-hour chunks for deep work, no notifications, no interruptions.
I really want to emphasize this one because it's so important. We live in a culture that treats being busy like a badge of honor, and rest is always the first thing we sacrifice. Well, an essentialist does the exact opposite. They protect their sleep and their downtime like it's a critical business meeting because they know it's the fuel for everything else. It is not a luxury. It is absolutely non-negotiable.
So, when you bring the mindset and the toolkit together, the result is pretty amazing. You get a life that is less cluttered, way more focused, and in the end, so much more impactful. It's about doing something extraordinary, not by piling more on, but by stripping away everything that's holding you back.
The first big trade you make is a game changer. You trade that frantic feeling of being busy for the deep satisfaction of doing work that actually inspires you.
The second trade? You ditch the myth of multitasking for real, deep motivation.
When you pour all your energy into one essential thing at a time, you build this incredible momentum and a powerful sense of purpose.
And finally, you trade that paralysis that comes from having way too many options for clear, confident, decisive action. When you know what's essential, you can just move forward.
Look, at the end of the day, essentialism isn't about some massive one-time life makeover. It's about a series of small, deliberate choices you make every single day. And that practice can start right now. So, I'll just leave you with this question. Take a look at your day ahead. What is the one non-essential thing you can eliminate today to make room for what truly matters?